Once there was a king. The famous Pinocchio's novel started this way. In our story there is neither a king nor a piece of wood. There is a waste of copper processing, which gave the idea to Elisabetta Mucci and Davide Olivagnoli to begin a process related to the recovery of metallic materials. The two designers didn't have time to exchange each other the first impressions that immediately, whether for professional deformation or only for fun, they began to look for a lapis, for the first designs, the first sketches. Drawing very often helps to better define what we are thinking about. Freehand sketching, you know, is the first form of translation of thought. Now, it's the right time for pens, to refinish. Then finally the colors. With colors, everything is better. It's all the more joyous, especially for those who use them. Ideas are just a little modified, a little different, surely improved. And now, the many little pieces of production that were in the imaginative minds of designers began to take shape. Then go back to the grays, for the shadows, giving more depth, to make the drawing out of the sheet. The use of color is a working tool as well. This stage is over. We go to other kind of representations, to the executive ones. But before putting the pantone in the eye of the designer, everything must look just and perfect. Realizing a prototype is not an easy thing. They want expert hands, the work of a good craftsman, a little artist who wants to share with the designer what could be the raw material to use and then the best tool to realize the prototype as well. From the gauge to the precision of computerized tools. Now everything really takes shape, and even takes its soul, I suppose, but only if the final touch is given by the man's hand. the chips of copper, of iron, and better, of wood, are able to add scented notice, real nuances, that contribute to give the prototype even more energy. I am happy to introduce the little copper men. They are so many and colored, as many colors are copper oxidation. Little copper men are cute, joyful and playful creatures, absolutely extroverted and usable in most varied ways. Sometimes they unite themselves, they chain, and make the round dance. Puzzle is born with the initial idea of the coaster, but then becomes a decorative element and absolutely versatile. A painting with pencil, a wall, a floor. Why not? Money. From imagining ways to plumbing. Curves, pieces of pipe, rings, gaskets and nothing else. A handle that, as copper as well, kills accumulation of harmful bacteria, and it is loaded with positive energies, micro-mega, because it can be very small or very large. From door candles or ashtray to big dimensions for gardens as well. Bonded with copper sheets or other metallic elements, the vessels are very colorful and brilliant. Phototube. Like the ideas for micro-mega regarding the use of the metal waste, with the insertion of a photovoltaic strips, phototube allows to have a self-sufficient plantation. Another way to get light. (100 watts) is extremely simple. The light is pure. The support doesn't filter, no tinsel bothers. 100 watts has 3 levels, 1 bulb, 2 or 3, even with square-shaped bulbs. Our story thus ends, which was already worked and changed from the initial state, has been transformed and remodeled as well. The raw material extracted, then depreciated, then refined, used, and finally discarded, starts with a new cycle, a new path. Like to revive again making use of previous informations. So, does our story thus end?